every country has some unique attributes that differentiates it from other nations. One of the unique traits of the US that made her great is freedom of speech. Teams, organizations, and cultures that encourage and reward freedom of speech outperform, outcreate, and out-innovate those that are not. At this point, you may be wondering and asking, where are you taking this? I'm almost there. Just bear with me. I listen to audiobooks and long-form podcasts whenever I take a long drive or walk. Last week, I was listening to the ALLINPodcast as I was driving back from Virginia. The main reason I follow this platform is to learn what's happening in the investment and technology innovation worlds. This time, however, the hosts interviewed Mark Cuban. The purpose of this video is not to share every lesson I learned from that conversation. They covered so many grounds, and it's impossible to capture everything here in this short video. But I would like to share what stood out the most for me. The head-butting between David Sacks, who roots for Donald Trump, and Mark Cuban, who supports Kamala Harris for the US president. These two serial entrepreneurs advocated for their favorite candidate for the upcoming November election. It was a very heated debate. If you don't understand the US culture, you may presume that when these two men meet in person again, they will fist fight. You may at least assume that they will not speak to each other, let alone to get along and work together. Coming back to the debate between Mark and David, if you lived enough in the US, the way they were arguing is typical among high performers. If I'm not mistaken, either both or Mark used the F word at least once. Here are a couple of points I would like to share with people who may not fully understand the US culture. First, these two very successful entrepreneurs have equal love for their country, but they have totally different ideas concerning the direction the country should take. Second, though they disagreed, both demonstrated respect to one another. I'm sure when they meet again, like we used to do back home in my hometown, they will greet each other as if nothing happened. They may even use sense of humor and make fun of each other about their public arguments. Third, here is also what makes America exceptional. Whoever wins in November, these two gentlemen will reach out to the winner and congratulate her or him. Likewise, there is a high likelihood that the next president will also involve both Mark and David in their future administration, or at least seek their advice in the areas of their expertise. I'm not a politician. I'm an entrepreneur and expert in the fields of organizational and leadership development. I'm using the head-butting between Mark and David to inspire entrepreneurs and leaders to create and nurture a culture that encourages disagreement. Only insecure leaders demand agreement all the time. Smart teams and organizations, they don't want to be jailed by status quo and demonstrate loyalty to mediocre ideas. They create an atmosphere where their people feel safe to disagree and air their opinions without fear of ridicule and retribution. By allowing their people to exercise freedom of speech, they benefit from the best ideas that win. They intentionally and proactively create and nurture a corporate culture that intentionally incentivizes organized disagreement. They encourage their people to share their thoughts, even if it means disagreeing with the leadership and what's norm in that culture. As a result, everyone on the team feels heard, appreciated, and respected. They unleash their full potential, create, innovate, and make such a robust culture a win-win for all parties.